to Horsin Around, a dumbass cast. 3 weeks of absence, and we're finally back. And I am the host, as usual, Nick Mercadante, and with me today I have three lovely guests. If you would like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Angela.
There she is.
That's all I got.
I'm Jack.
Great. Wonderful. We would have had Colin on board today. I wanted to get the original cast back together, but he is otherwise occupied at the moment. So, thank you, Tyler, for swooping in last minute.
It's okay. I printed out a mask of his face, so you can just print out that meme.
Oh, yeah. I'll send you the doc.
Truly terrifying.
Yeah. Just say some stupid shit with his mask on. But yeah, it's been a hot minute. My computer's been fucking itself in the ass for a little while, and I recently got that somewhat resolved.
Riot Vanguard owned your ass.
Yeah, it's weird because I singled out the drive that was actually causing Windows to shit itself, and it wasn't even the one that had Riot Vanguard in it. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm gonna probably just format it.
So it had nothing to do with Vanguard.
But it did register an error with some Windows system application when I ran Vanguard for the first time, which it never did before. So, I feel like it had something. It might be an amalgamation of things. I just deleted, Valorant and Vanguard so that it won't be an issue for the immediate future. But that's all out of the way, and I'm probably just going to format the drive and hope that I can still use it in some capacity because it's a big-ass terabyte drive, but it also was made in 2008, so if it dies, it dies, and I will accept that.
Maybe it's time for a new drive.
Yeah, no, I actually did get a new SSD ordered recently, so that should be coming in today or tomorrow, so I can put on the big boy games. Mostly just Modern Warfare, because that thing takes up fucking half a terabyte anyways at this rate.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out.
But I'll have it. So, it's been 3 weeks. Decent amounts happened. We went to, Jack, you and I, and some others went to for Labor Day weekend.
That was nice.
The first weekend that my PC was fucked, but that was a very nice weekend. Played fucking Terraforming Mars until 4 a.m. with Tori and Ryan.
Fucking unbelievable.
That game is it's so ridiculously...
What is that game?
It's a board game that is literally as the title suggests, you're trying to terraform Mars, but it's like a resource management thing with a card full of 6 different types of resources that you have to track and add to, and then a bunch of I guess there's a deck building aspect to it where at the beginning of each phase you can buy cards that do certain actions and they help you terraform Mars, and then you get certain victory points for doing certain things like increasing oxygen or whatever. It's super complicated, but as soon as you
do they have it on TTS?
What's up?
Is it on TTS?
What's TTS?
Tabletop Simulator?
It might be. There. I mean, if somebody's taken the time to put it in there, then yes.
It might be available as a mod.
A lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, maybe somebody did it as a mod. I don't know if they have it officially on there. Probably not. But, yeah, it literally took me an hour to explain the rules. And do setup stuff, but then after we all got into it, we were really we played until the end. We were tired as fuck, but we got through it because it was just super engaging, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope I can lure some other people in once I can have people over properly in the future to play it with me some more. But yeah, that was a good weekend, and then didn't do too much last weekend. Really? I went to Billy Strings, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, I completely forgot about that. Yeah. They did a drive-in concert for Billy Strings, so
He's still doing them.
Drove down with a few other people, and we brought some lawn chairs and watched the Billy Strings concert with they had it was a checkerboarded parking pattern where you would have where you parked your car and then a spot next to you to put stuff in, and that was your designated area. If you went out of there, you just had to put your mask on and stuff. Very good concert. And shout out to Sam Yeager for driving us home afterwards because I downed 3.5 ciders and I thought that I would be fine if I just downed them early. I wasn't fine. The show was over and I was still very out there. And so thankfully Sam was able to recover me and take us home. That was a pretty long drive, but otherwise, very good time. And I enjoyed the hell out of that. So, what have you guys been up to these past couple weeks?
You can take it away.
Very little.
I've seen you've been. Sorry. You can go, Angela.
I've been working with my co-op.
Where are you co-oping?
At Abbott Point of Care.
Is that like a medical
They're the
center?
Yeah.
RIT.
Yeah, they're the people that came up with the rapid test
Oh.
for COVID. Yeah, so they're making fucking bank right now.
Nice.
Good shit.
My title's project support engineer, but I'm basically like a software engineer. Like I just do like smaller projects. That's all like coding and stuff. And right now I'm like teaching myself C++. And I like blatantly told them like, guys, I'm bored.
Guys, please.
Please.
And they're like, don't worry, next week we'll be more busy. Don't worry. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
And then it
said that
never
the week before that, and the
got
week before that,
busy.
they said that again.
Yeah. Jeez. You're a CE though, right? Like that's your degree program. Man, it seems like the CEs always get cucked into just doing SE work, like 99% of the time.
Definitely better than Maddie's like web dev for AMD.
Yeah, that sounded
That's
awful
so shitty.
if that's not what you want to do. Like, yes, we are hiring you for job X. All right, cool. Now do job Y and Z that are completely unrelated to X. Thank you, Joshim, former CE, saying CE suck. That is a very bold take of you to put out there.
True.
I was gonna say, Tyler, you've been busy doing Valorant stuff. It seems like you and the boys have been
we've been trying to. We've been on the grind. I've been doing that between school because I'm in my last semester now, which because I got big cucked into having to take another semester. But it's pretty weird being a performing major and having to take performing classes through Zoom. Yeah, there are like 4 people in my Shakespeare class. I'm the only dude in the class.
I was literally gonna ask, do you have to like recite soliloquies from Shakespeare plays as like projects?
My lines. Here are my lines. I put them on little note cards. And hold on, I have to go get another vital piece to my process here.
Oh boy.
So while we rehearse, our professor who mailed us this, keep in mind, while we go over our lines, we have to do them through a kazoo.
Okay.
So we sit there, we put this between our teeth and go. And we have to do the whole monologue like this.
Why? What?
So at first, like, yes, it's really annoying and really stupid. But the more I think about it, when we get technical with it, because you have to keep the piece between your teeth, you can't slap your vocal cords together. So you're just using your air, basically. And also the beautiful thing about using a kazoo is then you can play with the musicality of the lines, and you can actually hear how your breath comes out. And so you don't keep saying your lines in one way and everything sounds monotone and then it's boring.
Oh, so if the kazoo's at different inflections, that's indicating that you're saying it.
You can tell how you're using your breath through it, which is like, it's really smart, but it's so dumb because I just sit here for like an hour and I just go. And I'm like, wow, I paid $3,000 for this. But
Lord.
It's okay because this dude's been working in Shakespeare for like 40 years. He's done like every single play. He's worked for the American Globe. Like this guy is like top of the line. Like,
has he done Cats? You say he's done every play.
Oh my god.
Has he
done
every Shakespeare play?
Shakespeare play, you dingus.
Man, I don't know. Maybe Shakespeare secretly wrote down the script to Cats, and that's where fucking what's his name got it from.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
Man, Ghost wrote Cats.
Thank God.
No, but between doing like school stuff, basically Jacob found this like 14-page thesis that everybody's finding now from this guy who wrote. His name is Aimer7. They call him online.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a mechanical coach that teaches like FPS pros. But he wrote this like 14-page thesis that is a full breakdown of like how to get better at FPS games, and it's all like through the Kovacs like program that is on Steam. It's like $10 for like aim training or whatever. Because there's like 6,000 different instances on the program that you can use for like, you know, different things to train. So basically, Jacob, which I have it pulled up on the other laptop because Pat lent me a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob basically wrote down and created an entire Excel sheet for like tracking our averages and like improving our scores.
Oh my
and
God.
it's really neat. But we've all been using it, and like even over the course of like 4 days, our scores are improving like crazy, and we're actually getting a lot better at the game. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I guess if you're, I guess it's, you know, as any other practiced thing, where if you know, track it and are actively like setting goals to move forward, you're going to improve. 9 out of 10
It's
times.
literally like working out, but it's just a different part of it's your
but with
wrists
your
and
fucking
fingers
nerd
and your
gamer brain.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Kovac page now. This looks
it's
advanced.
It's if you actually, because you have access to because obviously you're in here.
Yeah, the mod
made a little
chat.
streaming. We made a little streaming chat, and like everything is in there that you can check it out.
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't
because
seen
none
you
of us
guys
actually
talk about
read it. None of us read the thesis. We just watched the 7-minute video explaining the thesis.
Nobody's got time to read things.
But it's like, I mean, the dude's got like 160 IQ and like backs it up with science, so I trust it.
I will trust the gun go shooty man.
Yeah, true.
In his word. Good
man.
Lord.
I can't apply that logic elsewhere, but I can apply it here.
You can apply it for video games. Hopefully only for video games.
Yeah. But between that and school, that's like pretty much consumed my life.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do, so...
Yeah, if you got nothing else going on, keep yourself busy. Have you been, do you still do the Twilight readings on the weekends?
Well, we finished Twilight, and we're like halfway through Shining.
Oh,
now.
right.
I haven't done it in like a couple weekends, because I just wasn't feeling too good about it.
Yeah,
but I'm probably going to try and pick it back up soon, and I need to start streaming other stuff, because I've been recording my Valorant games to start cutting for YouTube. So I just need to find stuff to stream, and I might as well hop on the Among Us train because so many people stream that now.
Among Us is pretty big, and
Among
I
Us
understand why.
Consistently 300,000 viewers on Twitch watching people. It's kind of insane.
Wow.
Actually, let's check right now.
The fucking like the way it's just
right now.
Such a crapshoot for
like
it's
game currently 382k viewers right now.
Oh my God! But like. The flip side of that though is that if you're like a starter stream like we are, like
you get buried.
Yeah, you get buried on those games. So like, and Angela's dead.
Hurry, fill the time.
You
Angela sucks, am I right?
No,
wait.
Well, now she's back. Good try.
Hope she didn't hear that one.
No, it's fine. She's hurled way worse shit back at him and Colin in the old
regular.
Huh?
It's just like
don't worry about it.
Crazy. It's crazy
what did
how
you
fast
say?
It blew up.
Nothing at all. Don't worry about it. Oh, she's got her camera on now. Hello.
There's also
That's why I
ESLs.
switched.
I didn't even know that ESL started either.
Yeah, but like, so I was watching a video on YouTube about like tips for starter streamers, and one of them was like just to go for games that don't have a lot of viewers active at the moment. So like going for the more niche shit, like I feel like honestly, I mean I haven't checked the numbers recently, but like I've been consistently doing Master Chief Collection streams for a while, and I feel like that's not really it like I think it has like peaks when a new game gets added to it on PC, but like overall I think it's a pretty more niche than some of the other things that are getting streamed out there. So
767 viewers currently on the Master Chief Collection.
There you go. So
think how many of those could be yours, Nick?
They could all be mine if they just come to twitch.tv/Dante5050.
Yeah, it's funny because there's a good amount of people who stream it, but a lot of them are just the one viewer.
Yeah.
Which is usually the bot, right?
Right, yeah, the stream elements.
Which you're already going to get popped up if you have a couple of your followers watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, the most important part is just to keep at it, and so now that the computer's fixed, I hope to get back into the
Marky,
swing of
have
things.
you noticed like any improvement between like views and followers and stuff like that since you've started like really actively streaming?
I could look at the data. They've got a nice stream analytics page that I can look at. I think it's kind of been flatlining more recently. I don't know. I think I might just need to start doing more things here. Let me look at insights, channel analytics.
Just try and get good at chess. People will love that.
Hell, I could do some chess streams. I don't see why not. I love chess. Okay, yeah. So
5D chess.
Is that real? Is that like a real
Yeah,
thing?
Yeah, that's a real game on Steam.
Oh my god.
It's kind of crazy.
Let's see.
Chess, but you can like move back into the future and create alternate timelines.
I want to see if I can.
I can barely play regular chess, so.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't introduce time.
Yeah.
Trying to see. Okay, so if I break down the days, this is for July 22nd to August 20th. The high points were 3.8 and 4 average viewers, which were on Saturday and Wednesday. And that was at the beginning of the month. Since then, I've had like 1.9, 2.3, 3.3, 1.5, 0.2, 0.9, 1.3. So it's like, seems to be hovering around, well, I guess the top left thing says 1.3 average viewers, which I feel like is pretty similar to how it was when I was just doing like horsing around before COVID. So I don't know. I could probably just start advertising more. Like I think somebody suggested to me I get a Twitter and like start. I think Braden suggested that to me. But I also just don't want to touch Twitter because that seems like a very cursed place.
Braden's really good at interacting with people on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know, and he's got that magic stream that he's been doing.
He like actually has a little bit of a following. I think.
Right. Yeah, and I was like, damn, dude. All right, nice. But overall, if I could go back a couple months, let's see. June 2.6. So I had 1.0 average viewers in June to July. May to June was 0.8. And then April to May was 2.5. There was a lot of dead space in the middle of May. And I think that was the period. I don't know if I broke affiliate in May or if it was a little bit earlier than that. But then, yeah, March to April is also 2.5. And then February to March. So it seems like I had a real burst in, I guess, March and April, which was like when things were really like lockdown heavy. Like obviously we're still in lockdown, but you know, even more so than before. So maybe it's like, you know, some people are just, I don't know, just spending more time out than before and just not being able to stop by or something like that. At the very least, I know that Kenneth, who was like watching a lot of my streams back in those months, that was when I was doing the 12 to 3 streams, and because he's in Norway, that's still like 8 or 9 p.m. for him, and now that I'm streaming on like 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern, he's like, it's like 4 a.m. over there, so that's at least one viewer who is much less consistently able to roll through for streams, but it is what it is.
I know probably in the beginning of COVID, I was watching some of your Tactical Thursdays where you're playing Rainbow?
Siege. Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get back into that. I think I was a little bit just tired of it after a certain point because I was just D-ranking so much and just shitting the bed.
Game's hard.
Game after game. It's a challenging.
It's really hard.
Game bad.
But yeah, now that the new season's out and the rank's gotten reset, I want to give it another go, especially because I finally dropped the cash to get the Ultimate Edition with like the
all the operators.
Yeah, all the operators.
Yeah, it's
how much money was it?
Yeah. It's usually like $80 to $100 for the Ultimate Edition, but they do sales every once in a while, and I got it on sale for like 50% off, so it was only $40, which is roughly the same amount as buying all of them in game, you know, piece by piece. So it's I think it's worth the purchase as long as I play it. And I mean, I also would like to play some more Valorant. I just I'm a little skeeved by it at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I might just wait until I get my new computer.
Don't want your computer to explode again.
Yeah. Which, speaking of new computers, another thing that happened during this the hiatus was the Nvidia cards dropped their specs and put out release dates for them with the 3070, 3080, and 3090.
Did they actually drop 3090 specs, or have they just been leaked?
I think they dropped.
Oh, actually, no. Those just got leaked today. Sorry, I just meant that they'd announced it.
Oh, yeah.
But I did actually see somebody. I think Jacobs.
I saw that I saw something about the leaks, and it didn't seem like they were as good as they were gonna be.
No, this.
Kind of bad. Only 10% over the 3080.
Yep, that is the article that I got sent as well. And I mean, we'll see if they get confirmed by other people, but I don't know. It's a little disappointing because I was definitely hoping to get a big boost.
I saw people predicting way more than that.
Yeah. Update the Ashes escalation benchmarks of the RTX 3090 have also been leaked via something, and they show near identical performance compared to the RTX 3080. Oofa doofa. Yeah. That's kind of unfortunate. I am still kind of. I'm torn because obviously the 3090 is literally double the price of the 3080.
It's so expensive.
But it also has 14 more gigs of VRAM, and as I've been told, as I've asked other people about it, and it seems like the extra VRAM would be good for streaming and recording content at the same time as you're doing high intensity.
Makes it easier to have one system,
right,
for both.
Yeah. So if that is the case, and I want to double triple check before I spend $1,500 on just a graphics card.
Full-time job, right?
Yeah. So I could get it to work, but it would be amount. Thank you for following or giving me one fat yeehaw, Joshi. Really cool of you. Hope you don't spam that a million times like you usually do.
Oh well, now you've invited it.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so I am planning to reserve enough money to get the 3090 and then build the rest of the computer
if you
around
can
that.
Get the 3090.
If I can get it, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Big fucking if.
But if it's not even if that capability of having the extra VRAM really doesn't make that much of a difference for recording and streaming and playing at the same time, then there's really no point. It seems like if the spec upgrades, but that's the other thing that confuses me with the less than 10% increase, because the whole thing that they tried to tout with the 3090 was in their promo reel. They were like, you could do 8K 60 on this thing. It was just like, whoa. But then if they weren't lying about that and you can do 8K 60, but at the same time, the specifications or the benchmarks for the 3080 are saying that you can do only basically I was hoping I could get 4K 120 frames per second out of the 3090, which I thought would be the case if it can do 8K 60, but it doesn't sound like that's going to be the case, and I don't really understand how they.
It's not linear. That's.
I know it's not an
but...
an inverse linear conversion between the two, but if you're able to do. I would have expected you could do a little bit more than 4K 60 on a 3090 if you could just do that on the 3080. So
sure.
I don't know. I guess we'll just wait and see. But yeah, either way, still very good cards, and really sucks to be a 20 series owner right now.
Truly.
You just bought the card last year. That was another surprising thing that I didn't even realize until somebody told me. It was the cards. The span of time between the 10 series and the 20 series was a good chunk of time, 3 or 4 years or whatever, and then the 20 series came out. Well, maybe just 2 years, but longer than the period between the 20 series and the 30 series, because the 20 series came out last year, and now the 30 series is coming out this year.
Damn. The 1070 did come out in 2016.
Okay, yeah,
Whack.
so 3 years. Between the 10s and the 20s, and so that's just very unfortunate that the starting model card is just automatically better than the 20 series like top of the line equivalent, especially when that thing costed like over $1,000.
Yep.
And now it is beat out by something that costs $500. Joshie, god damn it. But yeah.
What's he saying?
He's just sending in more bits, which just makes a loud fucking noise on.
He's just
on
yeehawing.
He's hitting them yeehaws. But then on the other side of things, if you're not fucking rolling in dough to build a high-end computer, they have been announcing the specs and the release dates for the new consoles.
Yes, true.
Have you guys been following that at all?
You're rolling in slightly less dough.
Yeah. They've been talking about some interesting like buying plans where you could do like installment payments if you're really hurting for cash.
I'm not out here financing a console, Nick.
Yeah,
but I'm saying
you can do that through Walmart anyway. I'm pretty sure.
I will say though, the PS5 looks really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I love the design.
Visually or specs wise?
Like visually, it just looks
I disagree.
Very clean. I think the Xbox looks stupid.
Looks like a fucking router.
I mean, it doesn't. At least it doesn't look like just a rectangle.
They both don't look that great.
I like the slick, modern, like look. I feel like it would be an Xbox would be more appropriate in like different like settings where it just looks good and it fits with like literally any design that you have in that room. Whereas the fucking PS5, like right when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's PS5.
Or a router.
All right, but I'm not the love child of the Wii and my router.
That's true.
So
yeah, and also
I'm
like
starting to see it.
as almost any Wii owner can tell you, white doesn't hold for that long after sitting around.
It's sticky and nasty.
Yeah, it
my
looks...
Xbox 360. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad has a
grimy
Xbox 360 in white. He replaced the front with like some Steelers thing, but it's like it is not. It's like a off-white.
Does not hold up.
Yeah.
Brown
kind of yellowish.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you're right.
I guess if they made it like a little matte and kind of textured, it would be nice. Like the Wii was kind of smooth and slick.
Yeah, it seems like from like those close-up digital. I mean, they're obviously digital renderings when they do those weird close-up shots in the trailers, but it does look like there's some kind of matte-ish. It's not smooth on that white surface, so maybe that'll help it a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But price points are pretty much the same. The disc-in version for both of them is $500, which is the same as literally just the graphics card for building a new computer at this age or at this point. So definitely more affordable. And then they have the discless versions, which I think is a lot more interesting, where the Xbox version is $200 cheaper, and then PS5's discless version is $100 cheaper at $400. And I'm wondering how good that's going to turn out for the companies in the long run, because everybody's basically saying like, yeah, you lose a little bit in the short term, but in the long term, everybody has to purchase off of your, Xbox Games Marketplace or the PlayStation Store, and then they get.
Which, that's interesting, because then it's going to take away from obviously the disc sales, which. I don't really know how much that's been impacting, like in most stores. Like I don't really follow sales of GameStop or Target or.
Oh, GameStop! GameStop is dying.
I'm ready for it to take the Blockbuster route and just kick the bucket soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of sad.
You figure they probably make more money off discless sales than disc, just like per unit. So
totally.
The companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would believe that. Although apparently, I mean, it's super weird. I think they're going to get it seems like they're getting a boost. Like I've just pulled up news on Google for GameStop, and the first article is saying that their stock is riding the wave of the Sony PS5 pre-orders. So they're going to be getting business from pre-orders and selling the console itself. Yeah, but then once everybody has the console, if it's a question of are they going to buy the games disc disc version or discless?
Their stock has gone up a fair bit. in the past couple weeks, really.
But like, I just don't see how it's gonna work out.
I don't see them sticking around.
Best case scenario, they were talking about converting the stores into those sort of like recreational, like, you know how fucking like board game shops and stuff have like hangout spaces for doing like card game tournaments and D&D adventurers leagues and stuff like that.
That reminds me.
I don't really see that being a thing now that like couch co-op and split screen are kind of dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's still like
one thing I definitely miss.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still a space for like party games and stuff. Like Jackbox is still pretty popular, and like
yeah, but is that enough to sustain like an industry?
I don't know. Like they could try and like host tournaments for games, like do Smash tournaments or whatever, and make that as like a basically just trying their hardest to turn it into a hangout spot. And so in the best case scenario, the funds that they get and like the stock increase they get from selling all these consoles might be enough to carry them until they can really start to implement that in a lot of their stores. Because as far as I'm aware right now, most of them are still just like a shit ton of Funko Pops and then like, you know, trying to badger you into purchasing some of their subscription services like Game Informer and whatever. The Power
The only like successful in-person video game store that I've ever seen really did mainly Japanese arcade machines. That was their main business. They had like rhythm game tournaments every night or some shit.
Yeah. See, that sounds dope as hell. And I would honestly consider like in a non-COVID world, post-COVID world, when there is a cure and we can safely go to public spaces, being able to go to a place like that and just hang out for a while, I think that'd be pretty dope. But
yeah, there's this place actually that I've been kind of eyeballing and following, which ironically I found it on TikTok, which is getting released in the App Store.
That's another thing we can talk about. But sorry, go on.
Another thing. It's called Gamers Haven. It's in Philadelphia, I think, or just outside Philly. It's like 2 hours away from us. But it's this whole like place. It's like all setups for like computers, and there's like a theater room and like all this stuff, and then there's like a mart for like Japanese candies and stuff and everything. Hold on 1 second.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. That like a space like that I think has the opportunity to do well. I just don't know if that is a niche that really needs filling. When I think maybe I've just been lucky, but like places I've been to recently, like Rochester had that like Millennium Games place, and like I think there's at least one in every half decent sized suburban /
there's usually area. One like small board game and card game store that has like some sort of back room with tables and does.
And
like
so
Friday
like
Night
I'm
Magic.
wondering if that need is already being filled sufficiently by that, and like if they try to really franchise it, will that really pan out for them or not?
Sure.
And I guess it's just something we'll have to wait and see.
So it's
what was it called?
So it's called Gamers Haven, and I'm looking at their like stuff right now. So it's like a membership based thing, but they have a gaming pass that, like, so you don't have to be a member. So you can just get the gaming pass, which is like $10. It's per the day. So the game pass covers the use of all the tables, PCs, tools, equipment, gaming consoles, rentals, and entry to the day special event. The Game Pass is included in the cost of any store-run events, pre-release tournaments, whatever. It's the Game Pass is included in private rooms, rentals, theater rooms, creator space, and D&D room, which is coming soon. Which is really cool. And then, of course, like you can do memberships, which like it's smart of them to do that. Where like you get a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
Where if like that's like your gaming store, like that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's really fucking dope.
But like for like a day visit, like if you go up and drop like $10 and you get to use everything that they have, that sounds like such a worthwhile trip.
Yeah.
Which of course I'm like, I should wait for things to not suck, but I know that they're following all the policies and whatnot, and they're at 50% capacity. So it'd be cool to go up and like check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, just give it a look.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's definitely like what am I thinking of? Like South Korea has those like internet cafes, right, where you can go in and then a lot of people just like go in there to play League of Legends or whatever. So like it's sort of take on that kind of idea of a social space to publicly, hang out and play games together, which I think is really cool, and an evolution of, I guess, the arcades of the 80s and stuff.
Which is really, it's cool to see how it's evolving.
Yeah. I personally would just love to see arcades come back just as arcades, but, if that's not viable, then this is the next best thing, I guess, and I'd take it.
I think barcades are pretty popular.
Barcades
They are. They're really popular in New York.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple in New York, and there's some, like, they vary from, like, pretty modern arcade games to, like, super retro, and like, of course, it just depends on where you go. Like Marchie, we went to one for his birthday, and that was really neat because they had like the old like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Oh yeah,
that was like, oh man, I was thrilled.
Yeah, the one in Rochester, they had like the split floor deal where like one floor was basically new stuff that was like the bottom floor, and then the top floor was like a bunch of older retro arcade games that were pretty cool. Joshim says, I find that barcades often aren't good enough as arcades. I don't know. I think maybe like but they're fine enough of a thing when you have the fix. Yeah, like I feel like if you're really fiending for some arcade games and you know that a barcade has certain ones that you're interested in, it gets the job done.
The arcade machines are obviously not where they're making the majority of their money.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little thing to do when you're absolutely blacked out.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would assume that Tokyo probably has better just arcades in general than anything in America these days.
The country of Japan.
Yeah.
You know what they do have in New York that's a good time, though? They have like a pinball arcade where it's just all pinball machines.
Ooh.
That was a lot of fun.
Dude,
have you been to that?
And you just get all of the machines. It's great.
Have you been to that section of the Strong Museum with all the pinball machines, Nick?
Yeah. There's the Strong Museum of Play in Rochester, which is like just a really cool museum about like toys and games and stuff, and they have like a big section dedicated to video games and pinball machines and stuff, and so yeah, that pinball section is pretty cool. I remember back in the day though, and Angela, you might have remembered this because you've been to the Jersey Shore a lot, I assume, but back at Seaside Heights, there was one of the Pierside arcades that they had a whole section dedicated to, and she's gone again. They had a whole.
Heights and she fled.
Listen, all right. I don't know if I would live in Seaside Heights, but Seaside arcades and Seaside attractions were pretty fucking good. All right, before Sandy hit. But there was one of the arcades had a whole section dedicated to pinball machines, and one of them was, I think it was like this Conan the Barbarian themed pinball machine, and it was like. It was just 10 times bigger than your average pinball machine, and it had, like, cue balls that you would use in pool as the pinballs. Yeah. It was fucking... Do you know what I'm talking about, Angela? Nope. All right.
No, I didn't really go around Seaside Heights. I was more... I think Seaside Heights is more, like, south.
Yeah, south, a little lower than center of, like, the whole,
There's no center. No.
Jon Stewart ended this debate. There is a Central New Jersey.
Who's that?
Oh my god. Tyler, could you please help me out? There's Central Jersey exists, right?
Central Jersey does not exist.
I'm outnumbered by fucking buffoons.
Correct.
From my own state.
Who is that? You think a comedian has a valid opinion?
Oh my god.
You think comedians are people?
Alright. Angela is basing her opinion off of fucking Snooki, so I don't want to hear it, alright?
What? What are you talking about?
Why would you have a Central Jersey? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a waste of breath.
I'm just saying that there is no Central Jersey. I don't know who's, like,
I
know
said
who
that, you
Snooki
said
is,
that you,
but
that
I don't know.
Snooki said that.
Did she say that before? I didn't know that.
No, you definitely
was
said
unaware anybody was listening to Snooki for the past 10 years.
That's just a known fact.
I think we just call that the
New Jersey
Midwest.
Split.
Exactly.
Midwest.
Good lord.
Yeah, I guess you're just Midwest Jersey.
Anyways, yeah. I hope that they were able to. Sandy fucking ruined so many of the beaches. It was a real tragedy. Like the fucking the roller coaster that they had on the pier just got washed out to sea.
Yeah.
Big sad.
I mean, that whole pier is just
Funny as fuck.
Yeah, okay, Bubby. I want to see if I can find this arcade machine though. Barbarian.
Yeah, I tried to look for it. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking for though.
Pinball machine.
I know there's like a place in Asbury I went to, fucking kicked butt on all of the pinball machines and
Atari is
other
well
arcade
known for many
games.
things, like
Shut up.
video
A lot of
games,
fun.
computers,
The video I'm loading up.
Okay.
Sorry. I just started video. It just started auto playing.
Are you watching the video from Kotaku?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try and pull it over. Sorry, what were you
3
saying?
feet
Angela?
by
I didn't mean
3
to
feet
cut
by
you off.
7 feet.
Yeah, this thing it was fucking, like, you had to stretch your arms out to, like, reach all the sides of it.
You have to have a massive wingspan to play optimally.
Yeah. Pinball machines are cool, though. It's, like, sad to see that they're just not, around that much anymore. Like, even in movie
They're still making
theaters.
new ones, though, which is crazy.
Are they? Are companies still, like, actively producing new pinball machines?
2 years ago, in school, we did the musical Tommy, and one of the trips we went on was we went to this pinball place, and the newest one that they just got was a Beatles one.
Oh.
But yeah, they've been making a whole bunch of new ones, especially now that they can do more like technologically.
Yeah, maybe it's like on an upswing now that like there's like a nostalgia aspect to it and people want these things back, which I think would be really dope. Just in general, seeing more public video game arcade style gathering spaces. It's just good all around.
Especially if it's affordable too, because I think that's a lot of the problem is that it like isn't affordable, or like in the long run it's not affordable.
Yeah, ironically, that some of the more modern arcade machines that I've seen have become like prohibitively expensive because it's like machines are now like $1 a play, and it's just like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I was in it for a quarter, but
or like going to like Dave & Buster's or something and like trying to spend money on like an arcade game, and you're like, wait, this isn't worth it.
Yeah, especially when half the fucking games in Dave & Buster's are just mobile games that they apply.
They ported to some massive machine.
Right.
As long as they don't get rid of the Guitar Hero arcade game, I will be fine.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep DDR and keep Guitar Hero. You're probably going to
Yes.
keep some customers.
Because that's like the one reason to go to the arcade. Is you go to play DDR, because who has DDR in their house? Let's be real.
I used
the last
to,
time
when
I had
was a kid.
DDR in my house was I had it on the GameCube. It was the Mario DDR. You
Oh
put
my
out the
god,
Mario
yes!
store, and you did the DDR to do the missions, and it was wonderful.
And then one game where Waluigi gets to have a starring role. Oh.
Hey, I'm honestly surprised they didn't make a sequel to that game.
I
played that all. I sunk hours into that game.
I have a feeling probably didn't sell that well. A little bit cost prohibitive with having to buy a DDR pad and then also the game itself for the GameCube. The fucking foam pads, was that what you had? Like the little fold up foam pad thing?
Yeah, it was like the little thing that you would like unfold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good shit.
It got 3 stars from GameSpot. It got a 7 out of 10 on GameSpot, 8 out of 10 on IGN.
Wow. All right.
Metacritic was 69% for 28 reviews.
Critical darling.
Right?
Damn.
Game Rankings gave it a 71%.
Where is the Mario Bros. DDR sequel?
Honestly,
I would bet you that they probably have some kind of spiritual successor, at least in like Japanese arcades. Like not as an official like wide release.
Yeah.
But there's probably something in Japan that's like that.
It might have only been in Japan.
Whoa! Okay, so apparently the Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix ran on a modified version of the Mario Party 6 engine.
Huh? What?
That's weird. Yeah.
They didn't start with DDR? Version. They just started with Mario Party 6?
Oh no, they used the gameplay formula established in all the DDR games.
Well,
but it ran on a modified version of the Mario 6 engine. Party 6 engine.
Yeah, well that's what surprises me. Like I guess that just has the assets there
Mario Party 6?
Yeah. Probably just the same engine.
Huh.
Mario Party 6 was trash.
Round 1 is the best we get, and they're spreading, so that's good. I don't know what round 1 is. I guess that's probably some barcade series, maybe?
Yeah, round 1 is an arcade.
Okay. Well, I mean, good.
Oh
Glad
wow,
to hear it.
that is an arcade.
They're-
Holy.
Round one is another one that does like
They do like bowling.
they import a lot of shit from Japan,
Oh.
so they have that similar like a lot of Japanese cabinets and shit.
Oh, and they have karaoke rooms. So.
Yeah,
Hell. Oh,
Shiny
fuck,
Hobby.
yeah,
round
dude.
one is pretty good.
Oh, my God.
I've been to one, and they're pretty big.
Yeah, they have everything.
Yeah. Oh,
With,
man,
like,
I hope one of
bowling
these
and
is in
shit.
fucking Destiny.
They got,
That
like,
place.
the
What's the nearest one?
What is the nearest one?
Let's see.
Okay, scroll up just a tiny bit. Okay. Yeah, rhythm games.
They only have one look.
No, scroll down.
Oh,
I guarantee
okay,
it's
okay.
listing
Oh,
by
it's just
state.
the listing of that state. Okay. It's just like they have one location in Arizona, and that's.
I've been to the one in Massachusetts, so.
There's one in New York.
There's two in New York. There's Galleria at Crystal Run, and Broadway Commons, which is
There's one in Hicksville.
Hicksville, and then Middletown. That does not
Yeah.
seem near me, but
I think the north one is closer. Wait, oh yeah, there's the Arizona.
yeah.
I see how that could have been deceptive.
I do want to go back to.
Oh, there's one coming in New Jersey at Deptford Mall.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm surprised it's not King of Prussia. That's like the massive one in New Jersey, isn't it?
Deptford Mall is close to Philadelphia. What is the biggest? Well, I mean, what's the biggest mall in New Jersey?
Pretty sure it's King
Besides
of Prussia.
Mall of America.
I thought King of Prussia was in
Or is that a Pennsylvania thing?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Damn it. Fucking everything I think is in New Jersey is actually just in Pennsylvania.
American Dream Meadowlands, and then the next would be Westfield Garden State Plaza is the biggest mall.
The Meadowlands.
Yeah, King
The
of
American
Prussia.
Dream.
Let's see. It is indeed in Pennsylvania. I am a fool.
You think
Right,
you-
no, because that's something that fucking Braden kept talking about. He's from PA, not New Jersey. I'm a fool.
Damn, really could be 3 million square feet.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to something you mentioned earlier in relation. You said you found one of these barcades or arcade spaces through TikTok.
Yes,
and
it did.
TikTok is kind of dying or
Yeah, no, it's gone.
getting choked out by Orange Man Bad. So
Well, they're pulling it off of the App Store, I think, right now.
Right, yeah.
That
They're,
and-
as far as I understand, they are pulling it off the App Store until it gets acquired by Oracle, right? This is the one that won the bid to like take
Supposedly.
ownership of them in the US. So I guess once Oracle has like their version of TikTok up and running, it can come back on in the United States.
Two.
And yeah, TikTok too. And like I don't know, man. It's wild that is just a thing that our president is able to do and then has just done.
That's so stupid.
I
It's like,
like
don't we have other things to worry about?
I mean, I think the part that people aren't talking about is the fact that WeChat is also being banned, and that's
Yeah, that's
way
like
bigger.
worse.
do a lot of people in America use WeChat though? I thought that was like mostly a foreign thing.
A lot of Chinese Americans use it to communicate with family in China
Yeah, that would
So,
be
because it's huge in Asia.
right. Yeah,
That's-
it's like their messenger or
Yeah,
fucking I don't know.
except it's even more ubiquitous. It's even more of a platform, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Also
It's like
'cause
So they're
it's
trying to
weird.
get rid of that.
Yeah,
they just. I
You can
mean,
also pay people through WeChat.
You
too.
can't tell me
Yeah.
that's not like racially charged.
well, it is. No one is telling you that. It is, in fact, racially charged.
yeah. Like the.
Fuck, or-
The purported reasoning that I'm
the
sure
fuck am
the
I?
administration is going to say is we don't want Chinese spyware on American apps, devices, and
Okay,
stuff like
well,
that. And I was
Stop
just like,
manufacturing all of our hardware in China.
yeah, it's like one, you're still getting all the hardware in China, and two, if you really wanted to deal with data being exported from the country in a way that could be compromising to national security, do what the fucking GDPR does, and like, or
Well,
go.
GDPR doesn't block data from being exported from the EU, does it? It just places similar restrictions as it does for data that isn't exported.
Right, but so then that should place restrictions on it if you feel like that's really what's important. You shouldn't have
Yeah,
to
I
ban.
completely agree.
You don't have to ban. You shouldn't have to ban apps outright because that's like, just people are using those things as like sometimes a key component of their day-to-day lives to at least for WeChat. I mean TikTok is fucking funny meme app.
It is
but...
necessary for my day-to-day
yeah,
life.
Okay.
To watch
Okay,
this lady
Sastre.
make her lunches for her children.
What?
Okay.
TikTok is like, it's so wholesome. I love watching people like either like just package things, like or like draw things. You just hear like people drawing things, or it's like things about my dog that just make sense. It's just a fucking cute video of their dog. Or this lady literally just packages lunches for her kids, and they're just beautiful and they look so good.
Is there like a time limit on the videos that you can upload to TikTok, like there was on Vine with the 6-second? Okay, it's up to a minute.
Yeah, you can do 15 seconds or a minute, I think.
I thought it was 30 seconds.
I cannot remember.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, because like it sounds like at that point, like why not just get that content on YouTube? But having the restriction is just makes it so that that it's gonna be kind of quick and snappy. Which
you can do 15 seconds or 60 seconds, and I think you can do any point in between.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would expect that, but like, yeah. So I guess that form of content production where it's super quick, super easy, and mobile friendly, which I guess is another big thing, is because it's designed to be mobile first. So, people who just have their phones and don't have like an actual camera or whatever, could just hop into it and do stuff quickly. So I guess that's the appeal of that over YouTube, which really makes sense. Stuff. But I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm curious to see if there's going to be any counter actions that are put into the courts against the executive order. I don't know if there's gonna be, because I think like most laymen are gonna be like, national security good, keep China out, which is like, okay. There are other less fucked up ways to do this, but here we are. And then and keeping I don't know if we want to keep on the politics topic, but Ruth,
TikTok bad, gender reveal party good.
Oh boy, hot takes here. Takes.
Wildfire very good.
Wildfire top, Keck.
Good lord. I do wonder if that's like going to die out now that at least 2 major wildfire incidents have been linked to gender reveal parties.
I don't care what you do, but like, how do you set a fucking mass forest fire?
Well, how do
you manage to do that?
How do you manage to like go through the thought process of, I want to have a gender reveal party. I want to have a really exciting gender reveal party. I want to use explosives for my gender reveal party. I want to do this in the state of California, where the flashpoint for basically all of the brush in the area is super enhanced because of all the ongoing fires that have been happening for years at this point, just every summer. And I want to go out.
Way overestimating how much anyone thought about it.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's nobody.
The world needs to know if my baby has a penis or not. Okay.
Nobody at any point in that process up until they started the fire were like, "Hey, all of this is like a perfect storm for a bad time for the entire state of California. Maybe we should do this."
I literally just opened my Facebook and got a magic card for the big reveal. Destroy all lands, create a 1/1 white human creature token. It's a boy. Check that. It caught full fire.
Oh!
Holy
no.
Oh my god.
I bet that magic card is worth a lot of money.
That's not real, right? That was a meme card.
No, it's a meme card.
Okay. It's like, no way. But also, just if we're on the politics topic, Ruth Bader Ginsburg just passed away this week. And
don't even fucking what a fucking loss. Actually, there was something that I guess somebody who's like the head or some representative for the Supreme Court and who gets put in or not basically said that back in 2019 2016.
Yeah,
sorry.
2016. Yeah.
2016.
Are you talking about Mitch McConnell?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. Said that in whoever is elected in the 2016 election, if somebody dies in their last term on the Supreme Court, then the next person who is elected in can choose who they want on the Supreme Court.
They should. They wanted to set a precedent, and they were literally like, use my words against me if if this comes up. Like if they're in the last year of their 4-year term and somebody on the Supreme Court dies, we should await to appoint a new Supreme Court justice until the new president comes in, whether or not it's the same president or if it's a new one. That was Lindsey Graham on March 10th, 2016.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, because if they just rush to put in another justice and then he doesn't get and then he hopefully doesn't get reelected, then we're just fucked and stuck with who he put in.
Yeah. Gotta love that justices are appointed for life by the president, almost exclusively. I mean, Congress has a say in it, I guess, but I think they have to approve it.
We don't.
Yeah.
We like indirectly do, but like, does that really count? Oh, here they go.
Yeah. No one in California cares, Nick. They'll do it again. I'm so saddened because I would believe that.
Do it again.
I'll fucking do it again. But yeah, so that's what's been happening generally. I guess we covered the consoles a little bit, covered the graphics cards, and all the political shit. Trying to think if there's anything else. We're about at the hour mark now, so I think we're about to cut it for today. But I don't know, is there anything on the top of your minds that you guys want to talk about at the end of the show?
It's almost spooky season.
That is true.
I'm so ready.
The
Halloween candy is out in stores.
I am so tempted. I see all the candy corn out there, and I'm just like...
I almost bought some the other day.
I'm starting to have nightmares about Spirit Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
They put the banner
up.
Night,
it's already in my closet. Taking over, appropriating my space.
Are you guys,
Damn, I can't believe Spirit Halloween is the modern colonizer.
What?
They just take space.
But it's space that's being unused for the rest of the year.
Well, but it's space that could be used by another store, but isn't because it's bought up by Spirit Halloween for a quarter of the year.
So crazy.
Yeah, I guess that's true. No other business is going to be like, yeah, we'll use this store for 3/4 of the year.
I just wanted to end it on a really hot, obscure, and ridiculous take.
Jack, what the fuck is wrong with you? You just said you like
candy bad, though.
What do you...
That's why I didn't buy it.
But do you like the taste of it?
Yeah, for like 30 seconds. I open some candy corn, I eat it, I go, oh.
Ew.
And then I go, oh, that's pretty bad.
All right. Well, it's okay to have
regret.
Opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta go eat dinner. Thanks for having me.
All right, see ya.
See you guys.
Before the other two go, I did want to just ask. See you later. Do you guys, obviously, it's not going to be a normal year for Halloween. Do you guys still want to do costumes? Do you guys have costume ideas for yourselves, even if you're not going to be able to necessarily go to parties and stuff? Because I kind of want to do a Halloween costume, just because I've been doing them for the past at least 4 years in college, and I've really enjoyed doing them, especially because they were all super low budget and fun and silly jokes. I'd like to keep doing that. So I don't know.
I'm somebody again.
The vibe check, yeah.
Honestly, my 4 years in college are some of my most memorable Halloween costumes, probably because I was going to college parties in them. But for freshman year, probably the lowest point, which is, I'm glad, because then it was all uphill from there. I did Filthy Frank. For freshman year. That was just right at the end of his time in the spotlight before he just went full Joji, and I thought that was really good. Then second year was Nicolas Cage.
That one was funny.
Where I got the fucking bird cage, and I was so happy because it had a bottom that I could just pop out super easily, so I could stick my head in it, and then it had the little flap for the opening, which worked perfectly as a mouth hole, so I could put drinks in my mouth without taking my thing off. And then third year, I was junior year. I was that was the same year that Infinity War came out, I think, and they just acquired Fox. So Disney acquired Fox, so I was going as the Walt Disney Corporation, and I got a fucking shitty ass Thanos glove, and then taped on all of the companies that they bought up over the years, and then some Mickey Mouse ears, and I went on a bar crawl with that, and that was a fucking great time. And then last year, like you guys said, yeah, I was a certified vibe checker, where I just wore some fucking kickboxing gloves and had a shirt that said certified vibe checker, and then people let me punch them at Halloween parties. It was great. I fucking loved it. Do you guys have any like specific ideas for Halloween costumes if you are interested in doing one this year?
So I really like the idea of like Kobe and I going as like a couple, but I think on his list of priority, the boys come before me. So usually
You got bros before
try to like.
hoes?
That's like the third time I've heard you complain about that.
Oh no! We're not turning this into a relationship advice, please.
He likes trying to convince me to do something with the rest of the boys. He's like, the boys are doing this. Why don't you join us? As if he's like a charitable thing. It's like oh. But this year I really like. Do you guys know Gus Johnson?
Yes.
Yeah.
He made a video on when people get stung by jellyfish, and
Yes.
and his job on the beach was that he was piss boy, so he would pee on people to soothe their jellyfish sting.
Yeah.
And so he literally had a shirt that said piss boy, and he had like the whole lifeguard hat and everything. And then later in the video, he's like, sometimes when it's too much and they've got it real bad, he's like, we pull out the real artillery. It was Piss Girl. He's like, her full spray.
Oh God!
It's so good. It's literally the funniest video. And so I like saying I want to be Piss Girl, and then he'll be Piss Boy. But I don't
This would
think
be a
he'll do
great
it.
year to do it because you wouldn't have to go out in public with a shirt that says Piss Girl and Piss Boy on it. And then
I mean, we'd still want to like trick or treat, maybe. I don't know.
you really want to just show up to, like, even just to somebody's doorstep, and somebody looks out their peephole and sees a couple wearing Piss Boy and Piss Girl as their fucking Halloween. They're gonna think that you're inviting them to a weird fetish orgy.
And
You know what? You got me. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Do you have any ideas, Jack, or are you just gonna vibe out this year?
I've never like even thought about it until less than a week before, so.
Understandable. Yeah. I was looking on Amazon to see if I could. I was a total long shot, but I wanted to see if I could get like a pyramid head helmet.
That would be cool.
Because I really enjoy playing Pyramid Head and DBD. So like I'm not gonna be able to go out and do anything. So I was thinking I could do a Halloween stream where I was playing Dead by Daylight as Pyramid Head. But the only like Pyramid Head helmet on Amazon was this really shady like $25 piece that was just like the picture of the Pyramid Head item on a white background and no shots of it being worn by anybody, and then all of the description was like in super broken English, and I was just like, this is probably not gonna be good.
I think Etsy would be the way to go for that.
Yeah,
maybe I could look on
But
there.
it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah, if I really wanted like a good quality one, that
3D
would
print one.
be the way to go. But I don't know, we'll see.
There's like a paper template.
What's up?
You would have to. There's like a paper template. You would have to print it out and paint it yourself, but.
Maybe.
Probably get some cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I got plenty of cardboard lying around, we can do that, or just get some shit from the fucking post office. But yeah. So I don't know. Anyways, we've definitely blown past time. So thank you for joining me. Maybe next week we can actually get Colin on board. But until then, thanks for watching, and stay safe out there. Peace out.